This person deserves to be dragged by their probably bald head. Oh, this is kind of insane.
Can't be defeated.
She got no job. Say, girl. Welcome to my channel. I'm Nisi. So recently, Billie Eilish released her third studio album called Hit Me Hard and Soft. And before that, I had never listened to a Billie Eilish album ever. I know, it's crazy. Where was I? Under a rock somewhere, probably. But I decided to take the opportunity to react to a Billie Eilish album for the first time on here with you guys. And that was awesome. We had such a great time. It was such a lyrically and sonically very interesting album. You guys already know how I was feeling about that album as we were listening to it. But it intrigued me and it made me interested to hear more. So today we are going to be reacting to her second album called Happier Than Ever. So I have no idea what to expect, but I'm very excited for this, so I'm ready to dive in. If you guys are brand new here and if you end up liking me and liking this reaction by the end of this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We would love to have you join the family. If you guys like this reaction today, we can get into a lot more of Billie Eilish. So like I said, hit that subscribe button if you want to be a part of that. And if you want to see me react to these songs uncut with more commentary and follow along to the lyrics with me, you can watch this on my Patreon, link in description. Love you guys. All right, y'all, we have Happier Than Ever, the explicit version. I don't know what she's about to say in here. No idea. We could have a lunch part 2. I have no idea, but we will not be listening to it any other way. Out of all of these, I have heard Happier Than Ever. I heard that song, so it was very popular. I think also Your Power. Your Power sounds familiar. I think I might have heard the chorus of that song, but I don't really know the context of like what the song's really about. The titles of these are super interesting, like GOLDWING and Halley's Comet, Not My Responsibility. Like, I'm intrigued. I'm also intrigued by the cover. Look at this cover. Like, the album is called Happier Than Ever. And then you look at the cover and it looks like there's like a ray of light that's like shining down on her. So it gives like sort of like happiness or positivity, but she's crying. She's crying in the cover. So this is just like, I'm just intrigued. All right, and I'm just ready to jump in. Y'all ready? Let's do it. I'm really excited because I really liked Hit Me Hard and Soft. All right, so the first song is called Getting Older. All right?
I'm getting older. I think I'm aging well. I wish someone had told me I'd be doing this by myself. There's reasons that I'm thankful.
Right.
There's a lot I'm grateful for. But it's different when a stranger's always waiting at your door.
Is she talking about the public, maybe?
Too bad they're usually deranged. Can't shake the feeling that I'm just bad at healing. And maybe that's the reason every sentence sounds rehearsed. Ooh. Which is ironic, because when I wasn't honest, I was still being ignored. Begging for attention, just to get neglection.
Hold on, wait a minute. Okay, hold on a minute. What did she just say? She kind of just spilled. Like that was kind of tea. I realized I crave pity. When I retell a story, I make everything sound worse. I low-key just got red, like a little I feel a little personally attacked. Can't shake the feeling that I'm just bad at healing, and maybe that's the reason every sentence sounds rehearsed. Like, are we in therapy? Are we in therapy? I've like researched this. She was like 19 when she made this. With that sort of self-reflection is kind of insane. I'm just gonna keep listening to this because I don't like to stop the song like right in the middle. We will get to this at the end, and also that stranger part at the end, because if she's talking about the public, that was kind of a drag.
Things I'm longing for. Someday I'll be bored of. It's so easy. We care so much, but I'm getting better at admitting when I'm wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I'm happier than ever. At least that's my endeavor. I just just wish that what I promised would depend on what I'm given.
Ooh.
His permission.
Y'all, I just can't. There's a lot happening in here lyrically. I remember being blown away lyrically when we reacted to Hit Me Hard and Soft. And this is giving me that same thing. Like, every line is like hitting you. The amount of just self-awareness.
Wasn't my decision to be abused. Things I once enjoyed.
Please give me more of that later, Billie. What are you talking about?
It's so easy. I've had some trauma, did things I didn't want.
Sounds like
I was
it.
too afraid to tell you, but now I think it's time.
Oh, so, hello? Hey. Oh, okay, we have to stop before she actually gets into the song, but what was that? The growling? Like, was that a dog? My gosh, I was not expecting that. But that beat was hitting. I can't wait to get into that. I didn't change my number. Man, we'll get back to you. First of all, I love the last sentence of this. Like, was too afraid to tell you, but now I think it's time. Y'all know how I feel about openers. When it kind of like introduces this story that's about to be told to you. Everything that she just listed, I feel like now she's going to tell us how she got to that point. I was saying that the song is like super self-reflective. Maybe we are now going to go through the story of how she got to this place of self-reflection. All the trauma that she had to go through to reach these realizations about herself. I'm just ready. I'm seated, and I am ready for the story that she's about to give us. She says, like, there's a lot I'm grateful for, but it's different when a stranger's always waiting at your door. And at first, my first thought was like, you guys telling me that she had a stalker. But I wonder if she's talking about the public. Maybe she may be saying that, like, she feels like her fans or people out there in the public who are watching her seem to give her more attention and seem to care more about her and her life than people in her own personal life. That's kind of sad, if that's what she's talking about. And she said, too bad they're usually deranged. There are deranged people online. Just go on Twitter. We already talked about that pity line. That's absolutely insane. I feel so red. Telling a story and like really emphasizing the bad parts or exaggerating because you want people to be like, oh my God, like that happened to you. I'm so sorry. You just want to feel that care and attention, which then ties into the lying for attention just to get neglection. I feel like kind of directly ties into craving pity, and so like exaggerating a story just because like you feel like you don't have like a lot of attention, like people maybe don't really care, or people are kind of like neglecting you or ignoring you, which again, like I said, ties into earlier when she was saying that like it feels like strangers want her more than anyone has before. She's felt neglected in some sort of way. Her saying I was bad at healing, and maybe that's the reason why every sentence sounds rehearsed. Maybe because she's hasn't like fully healed from something, she's like suppressing a lot of things that she's gone through, suppressing a lot of trauma, and so that's why she's saying every sentence is rehearsed, because everything that she says is like things that she just thinks that other people want to hear. Like she's actually hiding something beneath her because she hasn't fully healed from something. Maybe this is like so deep. Like this girl has to have gone to therapy. Things I once enjoyed just keep me employed. Now I'm thinking that she's talking about music. I feel like this line is so important. I'm happier than ever, at least it's my endeavor. Like maybe I'm headed in that direction, but I'm not necessarily there yet. And she is showing that she's had like a lot of growth, because she said, I'm getting better at admitting when I'm wrong. I want to keep myself together, prioritize pleasure. These are all things that she wants to do. Maybe necessarily isn't there yet, because after saying things like it wasn't my decision to be abused. My God. All right, you guys. I don't want to take forever on this one freaking song, But that was just so good, like lyrically, the amount of self-reflection. I love how it's called Getting Older, because it is kind of like letting you know I am growing. I realize all these things that I've been doing throughout the years. I realize patterns that I've been making, behaviors that I've been doing, and I'm trying to change that. I love her voice. Like I said, her voice is so unique. It's so nice. It just has that old school, old-fashioned quality charm to it. It has a charm about it. All right, guys. Let's get into the next song, which is called I Didn't Change My Number, which starts off fire. I'm not even gonna lie, but it's also kind of insane.
Okay.
Like what? Hold on, like the dog sounds, like the growls are in the beat. Like they're kind of like.
I didn't change my number. I only changed who I replied to. Laura said I should be nicer. I love how you were mad at me text.
Ooh, attitude. Give me some attitude.
You think I was upset. You're obsessed.
The little giggle too. Give me that
Don't
attitude.
take it out on me. I didn't change my number.
Come
I
on.
only changed who I believe in. You were easy on the eyes. But looks can be deceiving. You got a lot of fucking nerve I don't deserve. So don't take it out on me.
Hey, it's so
Before I
smooth.
get too mean and take it out on you and your best friend too.
So is this like a staple for Billie and Phineas? Is this like something that they're like known for, having such cool production? Because I totally missed the Billie wave. I missed it. I was not on it for some reason. I didn't know how to surf. I loved her voice from what I had heard, just like being out and about, but I just didn't really know a lot about her. Like, is this part of the reason why she's like so popular? I'm guessing it's because of that pen. Her pen, the voice, and the production is just so interesting. This song is such a vibe. Like, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's not that deep, but like, it's such a vibe. I didn't change my number. I only changed who I replied to. You can probably just imagine the person being like, hey, like, do you change your number? Like, I can't get in contact with you. Why would I change my number? No, I didn't change my number. Just why would I talk to you? Like, you were clearly, and this is clearly a person who's just so oblivious to what a jerk they are. You mad at me? Did you do something to deserve being mad at? Did you? Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, I'm probably mad at you. Like, I hate these types of people. I love this energy. I will say I do not condone taking it out on the best friend, because I just don't think that you should waste any more of your time on him or who he interacts with, because his friends are most likely no better. So I don't condone that part, but I understand the motivation to want to get even. This song is pretty self-explanatory, guys. Literally just a jerk and just wanting to get away from that. Don't even respond to the "you mad at me" text. They'll figure it out. I don't think I've ever heard a song open up like that with dogs, and then the dog was in the beat. It was like like it was in the beat, and I just think that that's so cool. All right, let's move on to the next song, which is called Billie Bossa Nova. So I'm guessing that the song is kind of going to have like that samba type of sound, which I am interested in. I'm excited for that.
Love when it comes without a warning.
Ooh.
'Cause waiting for it gets so boring. A lot can change in 20 seconds. A lot can happen in the dark.
I like the vibe of this.
It's hard to stop it once it starts.
This sounds kind of scandalous.
I'm not sentimental, but there's something about the way you look tonight. Makes me wanna take a picture, make a movie with you that we'd have to hide. You better lock your phone and look at me when you're alone.
I love this vibe.
Make a strong impression. Nobody saw me in the lobby. Nobody saw me in your arms.
This is such like a 360 from the song we just listened to. Like the last song being like, get out my face, get up out my face, I don't care about you. And then this song, like, I am very into you. I'm very intrigued by you.
You better lock your phone.
I love this part wherever it kicks in right there.
Won't take a lot to get you going. That heavy breathing on the floor. I'm yours, I'm yours.
This is a vibe. This is interesting, repeating that. It's actually very interesting the way that she closes out. She keeps repeating this line, I'm not sentimental, because the whole song, it's like very much about her being interested in another person, but there's nothing really super deep being said. There's nothing too personal about that person that she's talking about. Like, she doesn't talk that much about who they are as a person, what she really likes about them. It's not mushy, you know, or like corny type of like love poetry stuff. It's literally just, I like doing stuff with you. Like, it's not very sentimental. I like in the beginning how she's using the word love to explain love. Love when it comes without a warning. Like, I love it when this thing comes without a warning, but the thing that she's talking about is love. Yeah, it just kind of sounds like a song for lovers. Something that is kept private. I'm wondering why. It could just be because she's a public figure. So she's like, listen, whatever we have going on here, I just want to keep it hush hush. She said some information's not for sharing. We're using different names at hotel check-ins. Like, I'm Billie Eilish, okay? So I don't want someone to find out that I'm staying at this hotel with some person. I don't want anybody seeing this. So it could be that that's the reason why. Could be other reasons. But it is just like, seems to be something that she's enjoying. It's a very sensual type of song. It sounds very sensual, that samba, and just the lyrics are also very sensual, and she just wants to keep whatever this is kind of private. I really like this one, guys. I really like how she puts her name in front of it. I just think that that's like interesting, because it's like I'm kind of like owning this for a second. Billie Bossa Nova, okay? You're listening to Billie Bossa Nova. You're listening to my version of a Bossa Nova. All right, I'm trying to like follow to see if there's like a story, but I don't think that there is, because like the first song was like very different from both of these other two songs that we listened to, and the second song was also different from the third. So I don't know if there's like a chronological story happening. I'm just listening at the moment. All right, let's move on to the next song, which is called My Future.
I can't seem to focus.
Oh,
And you don't seem to notice I'm not here
ooh, the rain.
to find your reflections all alone.
Ooh, her voice.
I had to go.
I was not ready for
'Cause
this.
I'm
Ooh.
in love with my future.
Ooh.
Can't wait to meet her. And
Say, girl.
I just wanna get to know myself.
Yeah.
I know supposedly I'm lonely now.
Yo.
I'm supposed to be unhappy without someone,
That's what they say.
but aren't I someone?
Yup.
But I know better than to drive you home. 'Cause you'd invite me in, and I'd be yours again. But
Ooh, I'm wondering. I'm so sorry. I'll pause it like right there. I'm wondering if she's talking about the same person that she was talking about in the last song, because I remember like towards the end of the song, a specific lyric where she said, I'm yours. And I can't remember whether she said it once or twice, but she said, I'm yours. And then right here she said, and I'd be yours again. I just wonder if maybe those two things are linked because they're right after the other.
I'm in love with my future, and you don't know.
Ooh, you don't know her yet, baby.
I'll see you in a couple weeks.
this song is beautiful. The sound of rain that was in here and the way that it starts so soft. And it's like literally just like her voice is like really all that you are hearing and focusing on. And then later on that beat comes in because her production is always just so unpredictable. But this song is so beautiful sonically, and then like the message of it as well. I just got finished saying that the first 3 songs didn't remind me anything of each other. Like all 3 songs were very different. But this one takes me back to the first one. I'm in love with me, future me. Me after she's worked on herself, after she's built herself up some more, after she really gets to know herself. And that just takes me back to the first song. Because in the first song, she was talking about how she's growing, how she's becoming a better person. She's getting better at taking accountability. She is in love with the person that she's trying to create in the first song. Wanting to be with this person because you like them, you're intrigued by them, but you just knowing that maybe right now you're just not the one. And she said, I'll see you in a couple years. So maybe she does want something with this person at some point. But what's interesting is at the beginning of the song, she says, I can't seem to focus and you don't seem to notice I'm not here. That again takes me back to the first song, because wasn't in the first song she kept like emphasizing feeling like she's being ignored or not really noticed. I'm just a mirror. You check your complexion to find your reflections all alone. So it's not you're not even looking at me. Like you're not even really seeing me and who I am. She said, can't you hear me? I'm not coming home. Do you understand? Like, why does she have to keep asking that? You know, why does she have to ask this person, can you hear me? Do you understand? Like, she really feels like this person is not seeing or hearing her. So I don't even think that this person is necessarily for you, girlie. Like, maybe we shouldn't come back in a couple of years. But you guys, I really like my future. Like I said, I just love how it starts off so soft. That beat kind of comes in, but it doesn't get like too hectic or like it doesn't become too boppy that it loses the sentiment of the song. It still stays very emotional. It still stays like very sentimental sounding. At least we're gonna move on to the next song, which is called Oxytocin, which I might be able to see why this is rated E a little bit. I don't know what we're gonna get into on this song. But we know what oxytocin is. What is about to happen here? Oh, please.
Can't take it back once it's been set in motion.
Oh.
You know I love to rub it in like lotion.
The breath.
Cause I like to do things God doesn't approve of. If she saw us, she couldn't look away, look away, look away. She'd wanna get involved.
Yo!
Cause she's clear as day. You don't really need a break.
Her songs are so interesting.
See what you can take.
They're like all over the place.
You should really run away.
Oh, I don't know how to dance to this. Like,
Wanna do bad things to you. Cause as long as you're still breathing, don't you even think of leaving. Gonna wanna look away, look away, look away. Gonna wanna get involved.
you're gonna want to get involved.
And what would people say?
You're gonna want to be part of this, baby.
Other people wanna stay. Other people don't obey. You and me are both the same. You should really run away.
What the? This is kind of insane. All right, this is Billy the Freak. Billy the Freak on the track. There's always songs like this, you know. There's Lunch. There's Bittersweet. So this song, you know, is pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty oh. I just looked at the first couple of lines and I just realized something. I thought it was innocent at first. Now I'm realizing that it's not. So anyways, the song is clearly just about wanting to do some things that might be a little bit scandalous. So scandalous that we would, if people listen through the wall, like, I don't think that we don't want anyone else to be a part of it. Like, I almost don't want God to see, you know? So, like, if you only pray on Sunday, if you keep your holiness contained to that day, does that mean that you could come see me on Monday? Because we're going to want to do some things that maybe God just would not approve of. It's all in the metaphors, really. It's very contained. Nothing is said explicitly, exactly. It's all in the metaphors. The song is so interesting sonically. It's like very all over the place. Like beat wise, also her voice as well. Honestly, this is not the type of song that I'm probably gonna play a lot because it's just like a lot. And typically just when I'm walking around about my day with my headphones on, this is not the song that I will typically play. So this song probably doesn't have a lot of replay value for me, but I can appreciate all the different like turns that it takes sonically, and I think that is interesting. We're gonna move on to the next song, which is called GOLDWING. I'm very interested in this. It's in all caps. Speaking of God, this is beautiful. I'm scared. The glitch. Ah! Just never know where we're going.
Go home, don't tell anyone what you are. You're sacred, and they're starved, and their art is getting dark, and there you are to tear apart. They're gonna tell you what you want to hear, then they're gonna disappear. Gonna claim you like a souvenir just to sell you in a year. You better keep your head down.
Are we still in T? Okay, so listen. So we start off with this choir sound, which is like so beautiful. Like I love the voices, like the So this whole song, it sounds like she's talking to someone in particular. It kind of seems like she's painting this person, whoever she's talking to, as being delicate and innocent and like a person who's like in God's favor, like you're an angel, like you are a good person. And the whole time it sounds like she's issuing this person a warning, like you need to be protected in some sort of way. What really started to make me think is when she said they're going to claim you like a souvenir just to sell you in a year. I'm wondering if she's talking about the industry. Like I'm wondering if maybe she's warning someone about the dangers of the industry. They want to tear you apart. They are dark. You're light, they're dark. Like they're just gonna kind of take advantage of you and tear you down. So like keep your head down, keep your head down. And I would really be interested in knowing if you guys know who this song is about. If this song is about a particular person, because I could be wrong. But if it is about a particular person, I would love to know who this song is about. Whoever it is, she feels like they need to be protected from this, which just makes me wonder even more, and it makes me intrigued even more about her story and what she has gone through in the industry for you to feel like that. What have you gone through in this industry for you to feel like you need to warn someone else against it? All right, guys, the next song we're going to get into is called Lost Cause. A lot of like old school type of vibes on here.
Something's in the air right now.
Ugh.
Like I'm losing track of time. Like I don't really care right now, but maybe that's fine. I sent you flowers.
Ooh.
Did you even care? You ran the shower and left them by the stairs.
Oh, never again. Never again.
Thought you had your shit together, but damn, I was wrong. You ain't nothing but a lost
I know
cause.
this song.
And this ain't nothing like it once was. I know you think you're such an outlaw, but you got no job. But you got no job. I used to think you were shy.
I love how she repeats that line again. Like she says all this stuff and she brings it back to, but you got no job. Like that is the thing that she's emphasizing the most. Like You are unemployed. You a-hole. The way that is the thing that all this gets tied back into. That is the line that she wants us to really take note of.
I used to wish you were mine, but that was way before I realized someone like you would always be so easy to find. Gave me no flowers.
I love how it like slows down there.
Wish I didn't care. You'd be gone for hours. Could be anywhere.
Yeah, we don't play that, girl.
Thought you would have grown eventually, but you proved me wrong.
I love that part.
You ain't nothing but a lost
But you got no job. You ain't nothing but a lost cause.
And this ain't
Nothing like it once was.
You got no job.
You unemployed a-hole. I love that. What did I tell you? Don't get complacent. Don't get complacent. You know what's something that I noticed about this, like a difference between this and Hit Me Hard and Soft, is like Hit Me Hard and Soft will like directly like blend into the next song. This album doesn't really do that, which is nothing really wrong with that. I just like noticed that difference. It seems like she really made an effort. Like it seemed like she really made up her mind on Hit Me Hard and Soft. That like we're going to have transitions that like directly bleed into each other. This one reminded me of Didn't Change My Number. Just like the no good people that we are messing with here. Thought you had your ish together, but I was wrong. She was the one who felt like she needed to like take some time to herself. Whoever this is definitely needed to do that. I used to think you were shy, but maybe you had nothing on your mind. You wouldn't talk that much, and I thought it was just because you were shy, but really it's because like you have nothing to say. Like there's just nothing on your mind for you to be able to say. You're not an engaging conversationalist. You have nothing that you believe in. I love the line when she says, someone like you would always be so easy to find. It's so easy to have a jerk. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Their standards are not very high because they are not high value individuals. Like when they don't have their ish together, they don't really care if you don't have your ish together either. They just probably just want to do things that were done on Oxytocin. But if you meet someone, they're a good person, they have their ish together, they have a job, they're well employed, they will have decent standards that they also would want their partner to meet because they care about what their partner has to bring to the relationship. So a person who's of high value is going to be harder to bag and harder to find because they're always taken, or they're out there somewhere worrying about their job. But the jerks, the people who don't have a lot going for themselves, they're so easy to catch. Because all you got to do is give them a couch and a juice box and a video game, and they're good. They're content. I like this song. I really like this song. I like the vibe of this song. This is going to be one of my favorites. Halley's Comet is the only known short period comet that is consistently visible to the naked eye from Earth, appearing every 75 to 79 years. It last appeared in the inner parts of the solar system in 1986 and will next appear in mid-2061. What year is this? 2024? Okay, I could make it. Oh, we are getting slow again. I'm seated. Why did I get goosebumps? Nothing has happened.
I don't want it, and I don't want to want you. Daily's Comet comes around more than I do, but you're all it takes for me to break a promise. Silly me to fall in love with you. My sleepless nights are better with you than nights could ever be alone.
Y'all, there's so much being said. Oh my God, there's so much being said that I have to like take a second. I'm trying to really like grasp the story of like where she's going. I don't want it and I don't want to want you. So immediately when I heard that, I was like, why? Like, is it because you feel like you can't offer something, or this other person not offering something. But in my dreams, it seemed to be more honest, which I love that line. Halley's Comet comes around more than I do. Maybe they're long distance. So like I don't come around a lot because we're long distance. Because she said midnight for me is 3 a.m. for you. Unless there's something else that's like deeper to that I have not grasped yet. I just need to continue listening to this. But I'm really trying to grasp the picture that she's talking about. This is beautiful though. What a drag to love you like I do.
I've been loved before, but right now in this moment I feel more and more like I was made for you.
Yeah.
For you.
Then why can't you love them? Now, Billie. It's always 2 songs in one.
I think I might have fallen in love. What am I to do?
She's really getting a lack of sleep, and potentially just because she's like restless. Because she seems to be so worried about this person or what she has going on with this person. Like she seems to be very concerned about falling for them. And I'm trying to figure out why. Silly me to fall in love with you. I think I might have fallen in love. What am I to do? Like she just keeps on painting it as like a negative thing that she has fallen for this person. Is it because they're long distance? So I think that everybody's afraid to get into long distance relationships. That's what I'm thinking, because she talks about like the time difference, and then she talks about how, you know, Halley's Comet comes around more than she does, which we just read was like 75 something years. She's afraid that she's falling in love with this person because it's like we live far apart, or because, you know, I'm in the industry so I'm always on the road maybe. Either way, she's definitely feeling things and afraid that she's feeling things. And she said, I was good at feeling nothing, but now I'm hopeless. She said, I've been loved before, but I feel more and more like I was made for you. Making this seem like she feels incredibly strong about this person, but is just very afraid to feel things. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this song, and like what interpretations y'all have. Do you agree with the long distance thing? Do you think that it's something else? All right, guys, we're going to move into the next song called Not My Responsibility, which I'm already intrigued by. Sounds so sinister.
Do you know me? Really know me?
Ooh! Girl, tell me. Tell me about you.
You have opinions about my opinions.
Oh, this is gonna be a drag. This is a drag.
Some people hate what I wear. Some people praise it. Some people use it to shame others. Some people use it to shame me. If I lived by them, I'd never be able to move. Would you like me to be smaller? Weaker, softer, taller? Would you like me to be quiet? The body I was born with. Is it not what you wanted?
Oh, drag!
If I wear what is comfortable, I am not a woman. If I shed the layers, I'm a slut. If I wear more, if I wear less, who decides what that makes me?
Like who?
What that means? Is my value based only on your perception? Or is your opinion of me not my responsibility?
Yup! I've said before, I didn't know much about Billie before Hit Me Hard and Soft. But obviously I knew of her. I've seen her. I've seen pictures of her. I've heard conversations about her in the media. And I know, we all know, Billie loves to wear baggy things. You have opinions about me, and you have opinions about my opinions, like literally, about my music, about my clothes, about my body. So she says, some people hate what I wear, right? The baggy clothes. Some people praise it because they're like, oh my God, like, yes, like, someone's finally, I'm literally just going to say what they say in the media. Someone's finally fully clothed. Someone's finally covering up their body and not being overly sexual. Some people use it to shame others by like pointing at Billie and being like, well, why can't all these other artists be like that? Like, why do you have all these other celebrities who are showing all this skin and being all sexual? Why can't y'all be more like Billie? Some people use it to shame me, like questioning, what are you hiding? You know, or like, she must be very insecure about her body. She must not have nothing going on because she's covering up everything, you know? If I lived by them, I'd never be able to move. And it's so true. It's like they've literally put her in a box. She's surrounded on all sides by other people's opinions. She literally is like closed into this box. She would not be able to move anywhere because anywhere that she moved, she would knock into a wall of someone else's disapproval. There's literally nothing that she can do without angering someone. The body I was born with, is it not what you wanted? Isn't that just so insane to even think about? The body that I was literally born with, you having to wonder if it is not suitable for everyone else is just insanity. And girl, you are absolutely right. It's not your responsibility what people think about you. You literally just live your own life as long as you're not hurting anyone else. Because then that's a different story. As long as you are not hurting anyone else, who the frick cares but all these crazy people? See, I'm starting to believe more and more that my theory about the first song is the public, because she said, too bad they're usually deranged. Just deranged, lunatic people. We're gonna move on to the next song, which is called Overheated. Perfect song after this because I'm heated. That literally just like tickled it just like ruffled my feathers.
I don't really even know how it happened. I started talking.
Oh,
They started laughing. I don't really even know how it happened. I started watching them photographing, gave no reaction.
This sounds like a real story. Like she's walking us through something that happened.
I'm overheated, can't be defeated,
Oh,
can't be deleted, can't unbelieve it. I don't really wanna know why it went there. I kinda don't care. You wanna kill me, you wanna hurt me. That I really look just like the rest of you. And everybody said it was a letdown. I was only built like everybody else now. But I didn't get a surgery to help out, 'cause I'm not about to read this on myself now. These other inanimate bitches, it's none of your business. But don't you get sick with posing for pictures with that plastic body? Can't unbelieve it. I'm overheated, can't be defeated, can't be deleted, can't be repeated. I'm overheated.
you ever had like a friend talk crap to you about someone else? Like gossip to you about someone else? And you kind of like feel a little guilty even though you're not the one that's saying it. You kind of like feel a little guilty, like, oh, like I feel almost bad that like I'm listening to this, or that like I'm getting like some sort of amusement out of hearing you talk about this. That's what I feel like. I feel guilty for the fact that I just listened to that even though I didn't say it. It wasn't me. Billie, listen. You are overheated like something that should have been taken out of the oven a long time ago. We let you cook for too long. I let you cook for too long. I should have stopped the song midway. First of all, I said in the beginning that it sounds like she's like playing the events of something that actually happened. She said, I started watching them photographing and just saying like, I don't really know how it happened. They were still flashing. I started walking, gave no reaction. So like someone's taking pictures of her, right? Is it news? News to who? That I really look like the rest of you? So to me, this sounds like she's telling a story of being out one day and being photographed, not in her baggy clothing, to like a point where her body is showing more. Whoever photographed these pictures sent them out, and it's starting to kind of make kind of like a splash. So she's like, why is this news? Why are you all shocked that I look just like the rest of you? Because they're seeing her body for the first time, right? Everyone said it was a letdown, which is just so interesting, right? Because we just got through. The song is like so good after Not My Responsibility, because we just got through her talking about how people are so critical of her body, how some people like that she covers it up and some people don't. And the fact that people, she said, make assumptions on a body that they've never even seen. And then now that they've seen the body, they're not satisfied still. They're like, oh, that was a letdown. I guess like they thought that she was going to look like Kim Kardashian under that body. And so then she goes into, well, sorry that I didn't get surgery. Are you upset that like I'm not posting pictures in a plastic body? When you go on social media, there are a lot of bodies that are just not natural. And if that is you, what the frick ever. I don't care what you did with your body. Like genuinely, if that is what you need to do to feel more confident, or just because you freaking want to, I don't care. I was just not expecting the shots. This is actually like so bold to say. I respect it. Speak your mind if that's how you feel. Don't you get sick of posting pictures with that plastic body? Like, dang! I will comment no more, no further on that. And I like detailing like that situation that happened. I'm pretty sure it's like a real situation. You guys probably literally know of the exact picture that caused all this drama. The next song is called Everybody Dies. Yeah, we're all dead after that last song, girl. We've all been killed from the shots that you have fired.
Everybody dies. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, this is deep. I was not expecting that.
We tell each other lies. Sometimes we try to make it feel like we might be right. We might not be alone.
Sing it then. The breath.
Everybody dies. That's what they say. And maybe in a couple 100 years they'll find another way. I don't wanna cry. Some days I do, but not about you.
Where that reminds you of, and I still cry. That song.
It's not so wrong to wonder why everybody dies. And when will I?
Wow.
Even when it's time, you might not wanna go, but it's okay to cry, and it's alright to fall. But you are not alone. You are not
Unknown. That was deep. I was not expecting that we were going to get this deep. There's a lot of deep concepts on here, which I really like. You know, what's interesting about this song is that it's comforting and unsettling at the same time. Maybe she's also kind of critiquing the fact that we like to be comfortable. Okay, so what I mean by that is, she says, you are not alone. You're not unknown. Those are comforting sentiments. You're not alone in this world, and you're not alone in this life, and you are not unknown. You are known to someone, and when you go, someone is going to remember you. But then she says things like, you ought to know that even when it's time, you might not want to go. And that is unsettling. I think that the best thing that people like think about, like the best way to go is being like in your freaking 90s, surrounded by like people that you love and knowing that you lived a full life. And you know how there are some people who are like old, but they're like ready to go. They're like, yeah, just waiting for my time any day now. Like I lived my full life. I did whatever I wanted to do. Yep, just ready to go. I feel like that is the most ideal time to go. But like the scariest thing like ever is dying when you were not ready, when you did not want to go. And that's horrifying. In the beginning, she says, everybody dies, surprise, surprise. We tell each other lies sometimes. We try to make it feel like we might be right. We might not be alone. So it's like, again, it's like she's almost critiquing the lies that we say to comfort ourselves. Everybody dies is what we say, and maybe in a couple hundred years they'll find another way. Maybe in a couple hundred years we'll find a different way to cope with things than to just say everybody dies. It kind of just seems like her coming to terms with the fact that everyone dies and like questioning when she will, but also just like accepting that it's going to happen. It seems like she's just kind of questioning the meaning of life. The meaning of life, the meaning of death, how much time we have, and maybe even criticizing a little bit how we as humans handle that process. Let me know down in the comments what y'all think about this song, how you feel about this song. I don't even want to think about it, because I don't want to think about when I die. I'm sorry, girl. Criticize me all you want. I don't want to think about it. I'm not ready. We're moving on to the next song, which is called Your Power. Like I said, I think I know the chorus of this, but I don't really know the context of like what is the song about. I don't know. Let's get it. The acoustic. I don't think we've had much of that.
Try not to abuse your power. I know we didn't choose to change. You might not want to lose your power, but you ruined her in a year. Don't act like it was hard, and you swear you didn't know. No wonder why you didn't act. How could you? Will you only feel bad when they find out if you could take it all back? Would you?
Oh, girl.
Try not to
Spill.
lose your power.
Expose them. Oh.
I thought that I was special. You made me feel like it was my fault. You were the devil, and you swear you didn't know.
I knew
You
it.
said you thought she was your age. How dare you? And how could you? Will you only feel bad if it turns out that they kill your contract?
Girl, air it out. I want names.
You might not want to lose your power, but power isn't pain.
I want names in bold letters. Girl, we ain't got time for the outro. Listen to me right now. I want names. I want names in capital, bold letters. Every single one. Girl, if you got tea, spill. I don't know if she's talking about herself, or if she's telling someone else's story, or if she's mixed in a story that she heard about someone else and a story about herself. I'm not sure. I do know that in the first song, she mentioned something briefly about being abused. She said that she did not ask for that, which you don't if you are underage, because you can't consent. This is just disgusting. Like, so she depicts something that's very disgusting. I think that we all can use our common sense to figure out what that is. Not asking about your age, and she was sleeping in your clothes. Ugh. Now she's got to get to class. How dare you? This is just like, exactly, how dare you? I'm wondering whether this is someone that she's trying to say is from the industry, because she didn't mention a contract. Could be someone from the industry, could just be someone who has like a high position in regular civilian life. But this is just someone with a lot of power and control. They don't feel bad about anything other than maybe the word getting out, because then they'll lose everything they have. And then made it seem like it was her fault, that you were the devil. the gaslighting of it all. This person needs to be dragged. And this is why names need to be released. This is why names need to be released, because this person deserves to be dragged by their probably bald head. I love the melody of this song. The what a disgusting individual. Anyone who has to abuses their power like that is just gross. Just a very weak individual. Just gross. I'm getting overheated again. You just keep on saying stuff, girl. It's pissing me off. Let's move on to the next song, which is called NDA. A non-disclosure agreement. Probably needed one after that last song.
Did you think I'd show up in a limousine?
Oh.
Had to save my money for security. Got a stock of working up and on the street.
She does.
Had a pretty boy over, but he couldn't stay. On his way out, made him sign an NDA.
So many interesting sounds.
Can't let me go.
What the heck?
I can crave you, but you don't need to. 30 under 30 for another year. I can barely go outside, I think I hate it here. Maybe I should think about a new career. Somewhere in Kauai where I can disappear.
Dang!
Been having fun, getting older now. Didn't change my number, made him shut his mouth. At least I gave him something he can cry about. I thought about my future, but I want it now.
Oh, I love when she does that thing where she takes other songs and just like ties it all in. That didn't change my number and getting older. My future. Come on.
Did I take it too far? Now I know what you are. You hit me so hard. I said stop.
Hopefully not literally.
Think I took it too far.
Oh, that's a transition. Okay, hold on, we gotta go back. So this song definitely seems like she's talking about the downsides of her career and maybe the things that she sort of, the things that she just doesn't like about being a star. Because first of all, she talks about the stalker, which we know that she has because we learned about that in the new project. She's talking about how she has to have security. And then she starts talking about, you know, how like when she links up with people, she has to make them sign an NDA, which is something that most people don't have to go through, but she has to go through that, unfortunately. And then, you know, saying like, I could barely go outside. I hate it here, because she goes outside and she has to worry about people taking pictures, like in the last song that she was talking about. And what's interesting is that she says like, you couldn't save me, but you can't let me go. Like, save her from what? Save her from the issues that she goes through, like being a star. Now I know what you are. You hit me so hard I saw stars. Obviously she could just say like, you coming into my life was like a force, you know, like that knocked me out. But like obviously figuratively she could mean literally, and I really hope that she doesn't. I'm trying to grasp the entirety of what she's talking about. I feel like I'm kind of like missing something, because she is talking about the issues that she has being a star, but she's also tying this to a relationship. It's so interesting, y'all. Let me know what y'all think that she means by this. Like, what is it about this relationship? Like, what happened? I really like the stuff that she's talking about with her career. It's just interesting always hearing celebrities talk about like the struggles of being a celebrity. But y'all let me know about the relationship part and how that ties into the rest of the song. Next song is Therefore I Am.
I'm not your friend or anything.
Oh.
You think that you're the man. I think therefore I am. Stop. What the hell are you talking about? Get my pretty name out of your mouth.
Oh.
Well, you're not the same with or without.
Attitude.
Go have fun. I really couldn't care less, and you can give it my best, but just know I'm not your
Kind of rapping a little bit, girly.
anything, damn. You think that you're the man.
I think therefore I am.
I don't want press to put your name next to mine. We're on different lines, so I wanna be nice enough. They don't call my bluff, cause I hate to find articles, rather you remain unremarkable. I think therefore I am.
Interesting. This sounds like another one of those songs where she's like just kind of calling someone out for like not being what they should be. You think that you're the man. And anytime someone says you think that you're the man, they're telling you that you're not. Get my pretty name out of your mouth. We're not the same with or without. Like, I don't know who she's talking about. Like, the man doesn't even necessarily have to mean that she's talking about a guy. It could be like metaphorical type of sense. But it sounds like she's just like saying, you are a person that I don't really respect. I don't want my name in your mouth. We're not the same. Like, I don't want to be associated with you. I don't really care about you. And I'm wondering, like, if she might be talking about the person that she was just talking about in the last song, just because, like, there was a part where she said, don't talk. And there was, like, a little pause. And it just reminded me of an NDA where, like, the whole point is to just, like, not talk. And she was saying, I don't want you to have anything to say. I don't really know a lot about Billie or her career, so I'm saying I really don't know. If maybe there's someone else in the industry that, like, she's rumored to have beef with, I could see that happening. Or potentially, like, it could be an ex, and, like, the media keeps on asking her about this ex. That's kind of a drag. She's been dragging a lot on this album. She didn't drag the person in Your Power. She freaking dragged the girlies with the BBLs. Like, she is just dragging. This girl does not care. I will say something that I have noticed, because I've been listening to a lot of this now at this point. I've realized that my favorite sound from her, I think, are the slower types of songs, or the songs that have like the more of like the slower, chiller vibe, versus the sounds that are like a bit more like revved up or like electronic or fast paced, because Billie has such like this unique voice, right? And she always sings in this particular way where like her voice is very calming and soothing, which I really like, because I feel like that makes her voice sound so unique. But I feel like on the higher paced songs, that's what makes it interesting, because it's like we never really hear a slow, somber type of tone with like an upbeat instrumental. So that's what I think is cool about it. But at the same time, I think that just for me and my personal taste, I tend to like when the voice matches the instrumental. Like if the instrumental is like revving up and doing like these like really cool electronic type of things, I like for the voice to also have like a lot of power behind it. And Billie doesn't really do a lot of that, at least not in this project. Her voice isn't getting pushed to too many different areas. I think that it's unique. It makes her unique. It makes her stand out that she has that. And I do think that it works. Like, it works. The way that she sings, she's able to have enough like attitude behind it that it still matches on the instrumental. I just think that from my personal taste, I wish that she would like push her voice a little bit more just on songs like that, because I think that would just like add so much to it. Like, it making me want to get like even more like dancey. But it's not like a terrible thing. It's not a bad thing. I can still vibe to those songs. I just think that her voice, the way that it is, she has like this tortured, somber tone, which is why it works so good on emotional songs, because it just makes you feel it all throughout your bones. We're gonna move on to the song called Happier Than Ever. Now, I've heard Happier Than Ever, and I think that this song is a good example of her pushing her voice, and her voice matching what the instrumental is doing.
When I'm away from you, I'm happier than ever. Wish I could explain it better. I wish it wasn't true.
I remember when I first heard this, I was like, who the heck is this? Is this a song from the 1940s?
Do you read my interviews, or do you skip my avenue when you said you were passing through? Was I even on your way? And I'd end up more afraid. Don't say it isn't fair. You clearly weren't aware that you made me miserable. I'm away from you.
The drag that is. She's just dragging bees by their hair.
You call me again, drunk in the Benz, driving home under the influence.
That's disgusting behavior.
But I'm wasting my
Disgusting person.
I don't relate to you, no.
Man, I haven't heard this in so long. Turn it up.
You make me hate this city, and I don't touch it without you on the internet. Never told anyone anything bad. Talk about every time that you showed up on time.
I have been empty like this. You never did.
Made all my moments yours.
Oh!
Just fucking leave me alone.
Come on! The screaming in the back, I've never heard that. Oh! That song is literally the perfect example of what I was just talking about. Of like, it's still Billie. Like, it's still Billie. It's still her. But she like really puts her vocal like, just leave me alone. Like the pushing her vocals there, matching the energy of the instrumental. It just really takes you there. That song is so good. I absolutely love that. It's like starting off calm, cool, and collected, trying to just start off cordial. And then you just like, act that. I got some ish to say. She has the same energy on this song that I feel like she had on Lost Cause. It just takes me back to a lot of the other songs, because there was just another song recently. I think it was literally the last song that we just listened to, with her saying like, you and me, we're not the same. We're not the same. I don't even want to be associated with you. And then having this song where she says, I don't relate to you. You've done all this terrible stuff to me, and I still don't talk crap about you on the internet. Like I could, but I still don't say anything bad about you. Mostly because that is just embarrassing. Like me sitting here like airing out all of your dirty laundry and talking about all the terrible stuff that you have done ultimately just makes me look bad, because why the heck was I with you? And then talking about, you know, like not showing up all the time. Again, this reminds me of Lost Cause, where she's talking about complacency. This is so good. You ruined everything good. She just dragged on this song, and I freaking love it. She dragged all across this freaking album. Male Fantasy is the last song. Ooh, this is a different sound.
Home alone, trying not to eat, distract myself with.
All right.
I hate the way she looks at me. She would never be that satisfied. It's a male fantasy. I'm going back to therapy.
She did do therapy, I knew it.
Guess it's hard to know when nobody else comes around. I'm getting over you. We're just pretending to be alright. Convince myself I hate you.
All right, so start with the therapy session and close with the therapy session, right? She's talking about adult content. And she talks about how the woman seems to be so satisfied, and she just does not think that that is realistic. It's just interesting because adult content is not realistic, but also her saying that just makes me feel like this person that she was with here is really just not satisfying her as a partner. Because like for you to say that, for you to be like, there's no way that she's like that satisfied, I feel like that's just something that you say when you're not content about your own situation. And then like saying, I loved you then, I love you now, but I don't really know that, because like it's easy to think that you love someone so much when there are no other options. When you have nothing else going on, they seem like they're everything. No one else has come around. So is it that I really still like so in love with you? Or has there just been no one else to distract me from this? Come on, therapy. The therapy. Let's go back to therapy.
Got a call from a girl I used to know. We were inseparable years ago. And it's all I think about when I'm behind the wheel.
I love when she sings that
Can't
part.
get over you, no matter what I do. I know I should, but I could never hate you.
There's your answer. She said, or am I just trying to convince myself that I hate you? There's your answer. You can never hate them. The guitar in this is so pretty. Like, the acoustic in this song is beautiful, and her voice is beautiful. So this is just like reflecting on this relationship. And then she throws in someone else in there. She throws in a she, which could be a different romantic partner that she had, or it could be a friendship that she had when she was younger. She said when we were young, we were inseparable. Something happened and the relationship got messed up. And just like reflecting on those situations. And I wonder if the relationship that she's talking about in this song ties to any of the other ones. Because it's just so interesting coming after Happier Than Ever, where we talked all this stuff about how when I'm away from you, I'm happier than ever. But then again, when you think about Happier Than Ever, it's a lot of emotions flying. Because when you think about the fact that it starts off very cool and calm and level-headed, right? Like, it's very soft. It's just her saying, you're not that great of a person, and when I'm away from you, I'm happier than ever. But then it revs up because she, like, gets angry, right? Like, it, like, revs up and she says, like, just leave me alone. Like, you're, like, jerk, and I don't talk bad about you, but you don't deserve me, and all this other stuff. It does sound like she's still highly emotional about that. So what if that is the facade that she's talking about in the song? They may not be related at all. When I'm away from you, I'm happier than ever. Remember in the first song where she says that's my endeavor? So she really actually isn't there yet. Is it maybe that song, Happier Than Ever, is her trying to convince herself that she's like through with this person, that she's done, that she hates them, but there's still a little bit left there? I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section, what y'all think about that. But this is kind of just like reminiscing on that. I love like the therapeutic thing of this again, of like the self-reflection of it. Guys, we have reached the end of Happier Than Ever, the album. This is so similar to, I mean, it's just similar in the fact that like it's Billie. Like you can tell like it's the same person. Hit Me Hard and Soft, you know, I feel like has like more transitions. I do think that like she tried more things in that album. The production in this one was good too. Like it was the same unpredictability, the same like what the heck is happening now type of aspect. But I think that Hit Me Hard and Soft took it to an even like deeper level. And Hit Me Hard and Soft, I like how she pushed her voice to more places, to more areas. She sang in ways that I didn't hear her doing here. There were times where she pushed her voice, obviously, like Happier Than Ever, but I don't feel like as much as that one. So I am very interested in that growth. I'm very interested in how like that one sounds like it's a lot more developed type of Billie. I really like that. But Happier Than Ever is what we're here to talk about. And I think that this is like such a good project, especially just like considering her age and the things that she was talking about here on like Everybody Dies and in Your Power, Not My Responsibility. Love the vulnerability of Not My Responsibility. And getting older, just the self-reflection, the vulnerability, the honesty of it. Like, you know how honest it is to be able to admit that when you are telling a story, you make things sound worse. Like, that's not necessarily a flattering thing to admit. And it also makes you question, well, were you exaggerating anything in this project? Like, is some of the stories that you were telling, were you kind of exaggerating your feelings a bit? I love the different sounds on here. Like, some of them, like, really had you, like, moving and grooving. And some of them were just, like, she dragged so many people here. Oh, my God. She really did not hold back. She spoke her mind. So I really like this. I like the content of it. I'm going to tell you guys what my favorite tracks were. My favorite tracks were Getting Older, My Future, Lost Cause, Not My Responsibility, Your Power, Happier Than Ever, and Male Fantasy. So 7 were my like faves of the faves. You guys remember those things that I asked you about. Remember the things that I asked y'all that I wanted more context for. Help because I would love the context. Why does this album have me so hot? You guys let me know if y'all want more Billie Eilish reactions. Again, stick around if you really like this reaction. If you want to see me react to more, music, more different artists, or just more of Billie. Hit that subscribe button and stick around. Like I said, you guys, this reaction uncut is going to be on Patreon. You can also follow along to the lyrics with me over there on Patreon. And just thank you guys so much for being here with me and for experiencing this with me. Let me know how you guys feel about this project down in the comment section. And also let me know how you guys are feeling about Hit Me Hard and Soft. Are you still enjoying that one? Is it still hitting you hard and soft? Let me know how y'all feel about it. Thank you guys for being here. And I will see you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.